In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix a pretty common problem on a Nissan Versa. I have a 2007 Nissan Versa, and about a few years ago, the rear defroster button and the AC button just stopped working. I had to press really hard for it to turn on and off, but it got to the point where no matter how hard I press, they still wouldn't turn on. You want to get a set of plastic pry tool from Amazon. They cost about $8. And then you gently pry open the bottom trim and it should pop right off. And underneath there you'll see two Phillips screws. Loosen those. And then you want to pry off the control knobs. It was a little bit difficult to record with one hand and pry with the other hand, so sorry that the knobs kept flying off. And after that, just gently pull on both sides of the trim, and the top trim is actually going to come off a little bit, but the bottom piece just snaps onto it. And the AC button and the defroster button, they should just come right off if you pull on it. I like to use a metal spatula to loosen these plastic clips. If you don't have a metal spatula, you can use a small screwdriver. And this is the final piece of trim that you have to remove. You want to get something called the WD-40 electrical contact cleaner, and they sell that at Home Depot for about $7. And once you have the trim pieces removed and the buttons removed, you'll see a metal retaining clip holding on to the contact button. So you want to gently remove that metal piece. You might bend it a little bit at the beginning, but you can always just bend it back before you put it back on. And then underneath it, there's a rubber cap. You want to also remove that carefully and don't lose it. You then spray a little bit of the electrical contact cleaner onto the metal contact and use a piece of Q-tip to clean it. You also want to do the same thing for the rubber cap, so you spray a little bit of the contact onto the Q-tip and you clean the cap really good. You might get a little bit of the black residue on the Q-tip, and that's a good sign. That means it's working. And after that, you want to replace the rubber cap onto the button housing, and then put everything back in the reverse order of removal. Then you put the metal retaining clip back on. Make sure everything is all secure. These cleaners are non-conductive, so if you're just using a little bit of it, you can do it with either the engine on or off. I just happen to have it on because I was testing it, but it's probably a better idea to have it off. And then you put all the trim pieces back on. everything just clips together. The dials just snaps back in, and I don't think there's only one way you can put them in, so but it's always good to test to make sure that you have them in the right way. There are two screws that are holding this trim piece, so you want to make sure you put those back in. There's one on the right and one on the left. And then the bottom piece just snaps together. Turn on the engine, and you'll see now both of my buttons are working, the defroster. I don't even have to press hard on it. It's like it's brand new. Definitely cheaper than replacing the entire board. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment, and thank you for watching.